In American politics, shocking moments are nothing new. But what Marjorie Taylor Greene said on camera this week has left Washington reeling. It wasn't just unexpected. It wasn't just bold. It was something no one, not even her strongest critics, thought she would ever say about Donald Trump. And the moment those words left her mouth, everything shifted. Political analysts froze, reporters scrambled, and inside Trump's own circle, silence, followed by panic. Today, we break down why this moment matters, what it reveals, and how it reshapes the path forward for Trump, for Greene, and for the political movement they've both helped define. But before we dive in, let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen someone defend a person for years only to suddenly take a sharp turn in public? Well, this moment was exactly that. Let's begin. Marjorie Taylor Greene, a figure known for unwavering loyalty, fiery rhetoric, and vocal defense of Donald Trump, appeared on camera for what was expected to be a routine political discussion. But halfway through the interview, something changed. Her tone softened, her posture shifted. And then, unexpectedly, Greene made a statement that political insiders now describe as the most uncharacteristic moment of her career. She questioned, not attacked, but questioned Trump's strategic decisions. She hinted that certain actions he took were concerning. She mentioned mistakes that could cost the country dearly, and then came the line that sparked national attention. At some point, even the people we admire need to be held accountable. For a second, even the interviewer didn't know how to respond. This wasn't her usual tone, this wasn't her usual messaging, and this wasn't the loyalty her entire political identity had been built upon. I mean, if this moment had a soundtrack, it would have been that one record scratch sound that goes, wait, what? Because even if you strongly disagree with Greene, you'd still recognize how unusual this was. Within minutes, clips spread across social media. Commentators on both sides asked the same question. Why now? Why, after years of defending Trump, after years of aligning herself with his base, would Greene choose this moment to express public concern? Some called it a warning shot. Others said it was political repositioning. A few suggested it was accidental honesty. Yet the truth goes deeper, much deeper. And that brings us to the next chapter. To understand why Greene's comments matter, you must understand the quiet tensions that have been building behind the scenes, because this was not a random slip. This was not a spur-of-the-moment critique. This was a sign of a shifting political landscape, one that many insiders saw coming, but few dared to say out loud. Trump and Greene have always publicly aligned, but privately, insiders say the two have had major differences over strategy. Trump prefers a top-down, personality-driven approach. Greene has been pushing for a grassroots, aggressive activist base. When Greene spoke on camera, she wasn't just expressing concern, she was exposing a strategic split. And this split, it leads to consequences far more significant than a single interview. Greene's supporters are passionate, vocal, and in many cases deeply loyal to Trump. But even inside that base, there's been a growing frustration. Questions are being asked, doubts whispered, concerns raised. When she spoke, Greene wasn't just revealing her own thought process. She was giving voice to what thousands of her supporters have been quietly saying. In politics, speaking the truth your base already knows but hasn't heard publicly is one of the most powerful moves a politician can make. Every election cycle brings shifts, but this one carries more tension, more uncertainty, and more division than usual. Political strategists believe Greene may be positioning herself for higher political influence, greater independence, or even a future leadership role. And sometimes to rise, you must create distance, not a betrayal, but a recalibration. Think of it like adjusting the rearview mirror. Sometimes the objects behind you need to look a little smaller for the road ahead to make sense. Greene's shift triggered three emotions across the political world. If someone as loyal as Greene openly questions Trump, what does that mean for the rest of the movement? Excitement. Some believe this could spark a new direction, one with different leaders, different strategies. Both Trump's team and Greene's team now feel pressure to respond, to realign, to hold ground, or to break away. All of this leads us into the most important part of this story. This is where the real uncertainty begins. Because this moment on camera wasn't the end. It was the beginning of a new chapter. While official statements stayed quiet, insiders say the tone behind the scenes was anything but calm. Trump's advisors began monitoring Greene's interviews more closely. Notes were taken, patterns analyzed. They want to know, is this a one-time critique or the start of political distancing? The old rule in politics is simple. today's comment becomes tomorrow's strategy. Greene now stands at a crossroads. Does she walk back her comments, double down, or allow the uncertainty to build? Intentionally, her base, surprisingly, didn't turn against her. In fact, many praised her for speaking boldly. Some even said she sounded more independent and authentic. That response alone might push her to continue down this path. Greene's comments reflect a larger shift happening in American politics. We're witnessing a generational divide in voters, new political power players emerging, old alliances weakening, strong personalities clashing over direction. Trump remains influential, Greene remains influential, but the direction they take from this moment forward may no longer be identical, and that changes everything. So here's the real question. Was this a one-time spark, or was this the first sign of a political realignment that could reshape the future of the movement? Because if Greene continues down this path, publicly questioning a figure she once stood firmly beside, then this moment will be remembered as the start of something far bigger than one interview. A shift, a fracture, a turning point, and the next time she speaks, the entire country will be watching. Thank you for joining us as we break down this unexpected moment in American politics. If you want deeper analyses, real-time updates, and thoughtful breakdowns of political shifts that actually matter, make sure to subscribe. Because the story unfolding between Marjorie Taylor Greene and Donald Trump, this is only the beginning.